Hey, what's up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Honest Trailer Commentaries. Today's episode is about Kung Fu Panda. We'll watch a trailer together, give you our behind-the-scenes thoughts. We'll watch some cut jokes. We will respond to questions and comments from viewers like yourselves. Then we'll tease you with next week's Honest Trailer, but get it right this time. Sorry we misled you. It was a little off in the script last time, so pretend last week's tease was for next week's tease, and this week's tease will be the tease that I would have given you for Kung Fu Panda. Hello.
Why are you doing this to yourself? You don't have to torture yourself for a
I'm
mistake.
sorry. I'm just like, I fully Ron Burgundy'd the script because I should have known that like we hadn't even done what we're doing next week at that point. But I just read the words in front of me. I was excited to go eat lunch. Hi, Danielle. How's it going?
Hi, it's going good. I do that all the time with teleprompter stuff as well.
Yeah. We do this live, baby. We're doing it live. No cuts. What did you think of Kung Fu Panda, a film that I had never seen before?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it either, and I was super prepared to hate it and be like, DreamWorks, bleh. You know what? It was cute in a lot of parts. And it's also like, I will say the action for a cartoon was actually really good. Easy to follow. It was fun. Y'all know me. You get people kick or anthropomorphic animals kicking other anthropomorphic animals in the face. Danielle's going to want to be there for that.
Yeah, that's
so
the
it's
thing.
fun.
It's like it's definitely not cool to make slash watch animals fight each other in real life. But this movie does a great job at showing you what it would look like if you taught animals martial arts and made them fight each other in real life. Like the fact that they based the Furious Five on like the five different animal styles of Kung Fu and thought like not like how do people look imitating those animals, but how would those animals actually fight each other? The fight scenes were awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
And very well animated, which I don't really associate with DreamWorks. I think of them as being like budget Pixar or like joke delivery vehicles like Shrek or are they Ants or A Bug's Life? Whatever the RC Cola version
they're
is.
A Bug's Life, but don't quote me.
Maybe they're pick whichever one was So I too was kind of blown away, and I guess it's crazy that I'd never watched this because, like you pointed out, there's a million of these. There's
so much.
2 sequels and like 5 other franchise pieces.
There's like they have their own land in they have a Kung Fu Panda land where you go. It's like a big theme park, which is like one of those things we always joke about, is movie being theme park. This one actually is. And yeah, it was so popular that they got all of these different, they were able to basically make money through everything. I'm surprised I have not eaten, Kung Fu Panda noodles or something like that. Like I'm surprised that never happened.
Totally.
Because, and you know what, if they make another one, they sure will, because people love noodles, man.
And noodles featured they were plot-centric noodles. There were a lot of nudes in this movie. I promise you that throughout today's episode I will be asking a lot of questions that have been answered in one of those many offshoots, and probably annoying the big panda heads in the audience who are like, actually they answer that in episode 7 of Kung Fu Panda the series part 9. So I apologize in advance. But I have questions like, are they all vegetarians, or are some of the animals they live amongst like fodder for dumplings?
Oh, is that why he comes? He's just like a big butcher, the bad guy. He just comes to like get all the pork and then bail.
I don't know. I mean, dark. I think that they had the weird quasi eugenics movie known as Zootopia was like, oh, we bred the meat eating out of the carnivores. They naturally would eat other animals, but we've civilized them. But I feel like this movie just kind of dodges it. But also, when I was thinking like, oh, this like Chinese food plays a big role in this. Like Chinese food is like pork heavy, lots of pork and lots of pigs running around that land. Just food for thought. I'm sure I'll have many questions more like that as we watch the trailer for Kung Fu Panda. Let's go.
Go.
If you can't choose between spending $30 on Raya and the Last Dragon or groceries, but your kids are still too dumb for Seoul, why not try Kung Fu Panda?
Pause.
Prepare for
off topic, but $30 for Raya, you doing it this weekend?
Absolutely not. No. And I want to see it. I just don't. it'll come. I might wind up paying the $30 for it, but $30 is like so steep. It'd be different if I had like a bunch of kids and we were all going to sit down and you make your own food and it's really fun. That's who that $30 price tag is for families. I have me and I have 2 cats. And so far the cats have never shown a preference for movies or me. So I probably will not be spending the $30.
I was gonna say, have you told your cats that they're not part of your family? Apparently, you don't consider them family.
It's really the other way around, Chief. They have let me know.
They have no interest. Yeah. All right, keep going. I won't go off on cats today.
Prepare
I know
for
better.
a solid mid-level animated movie for when you just can't handle another viewing of Shark Tale.
It's Martin Scorsese right there.
And enjoy the entry point into a franchise that spawned 2 sequels, 5 shorts, 8 video games, 2 animated series, and a theme park land. Because China? Because China. Experience a
pause.
kid.
I read an article just doing research about this movie that was like, Kung Fu Panda spawned like an identity crisis in the Chinese film industry, where Chinese filmmakers were like, why can we not make a movie as good as Kung Fu Panda? Like, why did it take America to make the ultimate Chinese movie? And it's like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
Make more
believe me,
movies,
it was
please.
cool, and it is like really well. First of all, it's many years ago, and they were framing it in the terms of like, there's so much government control over what we can and can't make. We keep getting notes from different Communist Party leaders on our films, but like, free of those constraints, we could be making movies like Kung Fu Panda, which to me is like funny because it seems like the product of the most kind of cynical American movie filmmaking, where it's like, that's a funny title. I think kids would buy that on a lunchbox. And it's like against that system that it turned out to be any good at all. But yeah, just interesting, the different perspectives. I also do think that this is like a movie that definitely translates well as like a foreign film, because it's not very dialogue driven. It's all physical comedy and really cool fight scenes. So
making fun of fat people, that's a global thing. Everyone gets that. Everyone gets fatty falls down.
Film that wonders, can fat people do anything of value? As this fat panda named Po,
You're stuck.
Stuck? Nah, what?
who maybe remind you is fat, and played by fat joke expert Jack Black,
Building the parachute?
will inspire wall-to-wall fat jokes.
That flabby panda can't possibly be the answer to our problem.
Only to spend the last few minutes proving that a fat guy can do something other than cook and eat.
Stop it. Oh, I'm gonna pee.
Okay, I'm sorry, but pandas are supposed to be fat. Can you imagine a panda with abs and a V-line? Gross. Or hot. I'll have to look into that. Laugh along with...
I mean, people are already posting in the comments of where of the hottest pandas.
I'm sorry, what?
in
We
furry
ranking
community.
pandas?
Yes, we are. Top 10 hottest pandas. Number 4 will shock you. They. I just think it's funny to do the gradual kinkification of the epic voice guy. This has just been like a meta narrative throughout Honest Trailers of like the staleness of his marriage and the weirdness, not the weirdness, but the new avenues of interest that he's been exploring. If you go through like, I don't know, certainly the 50 Shades trailers, we talk about it, and we sprinkled it throughout, is not John Bailey, who's happily married, but the character of Epic Voice Guy is constantly looking for new and exotic ways to spice up his life.
I gave him a third nipple and I felt very good about that.
Yeah, I think if someone had compiled like all the things we've revealed about the Epic Voice Guy, like he has a very chaotic existence.
Yeah, it's real mess. He's going through it.
He's going through a lot.
He's finding himself. Not his kids though.
Yeah, not his kids. Definitely ignores his kids. He's broke and he's very, very sexually adventurous. So yeah, his legend only grows because I think from here on out he's going to get into pandas with abs. That'll be the only way he can feel anymore.
And they just call it Ab Panda, and now we have a new series.
On the CW. Okay, keep going.
Jack Black, and all of his most beloved vocal tics.
Legend.
With authentic battle damage.
Skadoosh.
Then feast your ears on a buffet of
Pause.
celebrity voice.
I mean, just a moment on Jack Black. I don't really know what a Q score is. I hear it talked about. It has nothing to do with QAnon, I assume, but like it just means like how popular or like universally beloved someone is. Jack Black's got to be up there, right? As far as like universal acceptance and like, yeah, you're cool.
Yeah, I think definitely if we're talking modern day people, he's definitely in like top 20. That man stays working and he's still, and even with like when he does his shtick, even if it's old, you're still like, I can't stay mad at you, Jack Black.
Can't stay
like,
mad at you.
Yeah, even if it's old, like they find different ways to do it, because in this one, Panda that does kung fu. In his next one, it'll be some other version of that.
Well,
but Skadoosh is just fun to hear and say.
Skadoosh is an all-timer. His latest evolution is like he's become like a gaming YouTuber, which I think is just an adorable evolution of this man. And yeah, he's kind of covered all the bases because for me, like my introduction is like Tenacious D. Oh, it's like alt edgy comedy, and then it's like, oh, we'll do School of Rock, and he can do like these great family films, and then he went Prestige with like Bernie, and like he's done some real acting, and then he did his cash out phase with Kung Fu Panda. So
take the money and
get
run.
that money, enjoy your life,
Cash
take the money
checks.
and run. Brentwood's own Jack Black. I promise. I don't know what his real name is, but I promise you, it's not Jack Black.
Maybe it's Skadoosh.
Right,
that's why he
keep
puts it in so often.
Yeah.
Then feast your ears on a
Thomas
buffet of
Jacob
celebrity
Black.
voiceovers that kids won't even care about. In fact, does anyone really care that the snake is voiced by Lucy Liu?
I thought you said you were ready.
Are you super excited that this is Dustin Hoffman grunting? And how much do you think Jackie Chan got paid for this?
Or even see his toes. But he will. Tigress, you gotta try this.
It's Shifu. We got this. Help her. He's too fast.
Come, little one. Let's find your mama.
That's every single line he has in the entire movie.
Pause.
Yes.
It's insane how little, not just Jackie Chan, but every huge celebrity, how little every celebrity talks in this film.
Yeah, they're
Like,
given
I don't think
nothing
any
to
one
do.
of them has more than 10 lines. Yeah. And
Yeah.
obviously it's like money well spent, I guess, because this was a ginormous hit. But at the same time, like, wow, do you need Angelina Jolie to say 12 words and then bounce? I guess, because you can put her name on the poster, right? Like,
Yeah.
is that why?
I'm guessing, because like they're cashing these huge checks for what is a day's worth of work, maybe. God, it's a good life if you can get it, I swear. But no, like as we say in the trailer, like no one really cares that that's Lucy. Like those aren't the names that everyone was banking on. It was Jack Black. So yeah, it is interesting that they actually spent the money and got some of the hottest people, like Seth Rogen. They get him to do a laugh, and it's like, well, that was worth it. That's like what, a $250,000 laugh, but they got it.
Yeah, I guess so. And Seth Rogen, I guess, to his credit, is known for his voice. But you know, Angelina Jolie, Lucy Liu, David Cross, like all fine actors. Well, David Cross, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I know what Angelina Jolie sounds like. If like 4 different, vaguely sultry ladies said my name behind me and I couldn't look at them, I could not tell you which one was Angelina Jolie.
But it's for the kids, or that's the part that's for the adults, where they're like, well, we'll put an Angelina Jolie in it, and then the adults will care.
Got it. Yeah. I guess beyond a game of like, who's that voice? I thought I had misidentified Dustin Hoffman. I thought it was Liam Neeson or something like that, some other gravelly guy. But yeah, so I guess it keeps you interested. You get to think of what huge cameo is coming up next. Who is the Snow Leopard? Oh, Ian McShane. Yeah, he sounds great.
He sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give
can't
him
be
money.
mad at that. All right, keep going.
Pictures don't count, unless Jackie did his own stunts too. You know what? He probably did. He's such a pro. Follow along on a standard hero's journey, where Poe starts off as a basement-dwelling fanboy who studies the blade, until destiny leads him to steal a promotion from a more qualified woman.
Master, are you pointing at me?
Him.
Now, under the tutelage of a Ninja Turtle who talks like your aunt's Facebook page,
Today is a gift. That is why it is called a present.
the Big Panda will fight
Pause.
the Big Leopard.
Danielle, you had a theory that this guy is like completely BSing, Master. Is it Uwe,
I think
what's his name?
I was going a little I was watching the Kung Fu Panda and I started spiraling because I was like, everything is that dude's fault. I don't remember his name right off the top, but everything was that dude's fault because he was the one that said, hey, Tai Lung, I believe is the name of the snow leopard, is about to escape. We've got to pick this dragon warrior. We've got to do all that. He's only able to escape because that messenger goes there and drops the feather, and then he escapes. And then he goes to pick the dragon warrior, and instead of picking the chick that's like the obvious choice, he's like, well, my finger just he was there when my finger pointed. Well, that's just science and magic. If you're in front of my finger, I can't possibly change it. And then he just goes around. Yeah, he sounds exactly like if you've got one of those daily exercise trackers that just reminds you that, like, every day you start at day 0 and be very and have gratitude. That's what he does, but he doesn't really, he kind of, the whole movie is his fault.
Well, yeah. And his catchphrase is, there are no accidents. So he's definitely kind of pulling the strings behind this whole thing. And then he conveniently, does the Luke Skywalker, Jedi fade away.
Yeah.
Before he can face his consequences. Hold that turtle accountable, people.
The cartoon turtle must pay for his crimes.
He and Pepe Le Pew need to go to cartoon prison together with Eric Cartman. Bad cartoons.
Bad cartoons.
Okay, keep going.
Present. The big panda will fight the big leopard over who gets to be the big dragon and discover, say it with me now, that the real magic was inside him all along.
To make something special, you just have to believe it's special.
Being good at what you do, but
Okay,
nothing
pause.
really...
I'm sure this is explored in the sequels. In fact, I think I know it is. But that's not his biological dad, right?
Look, I don't want to know the science about how that would happen. I know that we don't think about science for these cuddly cartoon characters. The physics alone, I am uninterested in figuring out how that is. I am anti-interested.
Well, no, we won't dive into it. We won't dive into it.
See, you can't help it. There's no way to ask the question without getting into the weeds.
Yeah. Well, how high can a goose fly? Never mind. Let's
Special?
Hey, play.
That's the unofficial DreamWorks motto. So enjoy the first film in a franchise that's better than it has any right to be. That may be a total paint-by-numbers story, but dang, that paint is super nice looking. So nice, in fact, that it skunked Wall-E at the Annie Awards, causing Disney to boycott them for 10 years. Kia! Suck it, trash robot! Starring Tenacious Chi, less cute than an actual red panda. Send nudes.
Oh, pause. For the actual red panda thing, I think we were just worried about rights issues or something, but we found a video of 2 red pandas like cuddle fighting, and it's maybe the cutest thing that I've ever seen. We were gonna just show that instead of like I'd rather watch these red pandas fight, and it was, oh man, I barely even knew they existed, but wow, those are some cute animals, especially when 2 of them have beef. Or are in love. I can't tell.
It's a complicated relationship.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
An actual red panda. Send nudes. Crouching Tiger, Hack the Planet. Monkin' Master. Animal David Crossing. Deadly Viper, Assassination Squad. Ian McGaines. And Turtle Soup for the Soul. School of Walk. Okay, why is everyone who's not a kung fu master a pig, a goose, or a rabbit? Did the animators just start hitting copy-paste?
I mean, maybe. I think that they could have probably saved their budget, because these don't have the same budgets as Pixar Disney movies. They do try to do things cheap, which by these standards is like a few $100 million less, but still in the 6, 7, 8, 9 figures. They probably saved it for the fight scenes, like any responsibly budgeted action movie will do.
Which is smart. Also, that opening scene where it's all like 2D animation is gorgeous.
Yeah, I really like the style of this, like the way they managed to kind of split the difference between like a hand-painted style and the CG 3D stuff. It was more pleasing to me than like than I guess a Shrek or something where it is just fully in that style. But yeah. I wonder if they maintain this quality throughout the rest of the Kung Fu Panda franchise. I think I'm gonna watch the rest of the Kung Fu Panda movies voluntarily. It's crazy. They're not long, right? Yeah.
It's like 90 minutes. It's a smooth quarantine. You got some time.
It seems like a nice breezy watch. You get Jack Black goofing around and some panda puns and then some animal fights.
Maybe Angelina Jolie will say more than 5 lines. That could be cool.
Who cares? Let's see. What should we do at this point? Oh, let's thank you guys for watching this far. Please subscribe to Fandom Entertainment if you haven't. Hit that like, hit that bell. Don't be a ding dong, hit the bell. And you will get reminded every time we make another one of these dumb videos. Speaking of dumb stuff, let's see what we cut out of this trailer. Roll it.
Starring Jack Black and White, Tenacious P, Samurai Jack Black, Enough, Patience, My Young Padawan, Master Splinter, Soup Dreams, Tiger Uppercut, Cat Interrupted, Meowlificent, Iron Monkey, Bird Person, Master Show with Bird and David, Literal Cobra Kai, Past Rogan, Gong Hit, Bug Snacks, The Clawshank Redemption, Snow Leopard Patrol, Grumpy Cat, Meownikin Skywalker, and Ancient Mutant Ninja Turtle, School of Block, Fist of Furry, Little Trouble and Big Panda, The Fat and the Furious 5.
There are no accidents. There are no accidents.
There are no accidents.
Spoken like an old man who craps his pants.
Danielle, you did also point out that this has a lot of Last Dragon parallels.
It does have a lot of Last Dragon. Are you really going to let me? Okay, fine. I'm taking it. Boom.
You have the floor.
I can talk about Last Dragon on the show. I'm very excited. So it does the thing where it's like the kid who is looking for a master who doesn't wind up existing, and it turns out that the power was in them all along. Where it's like with Bruce Leroy, he had like that kind of necklace thing, and then in this they've got the dragon scroll. Plus, someone does actually glow. They get the glow in the end. Just Tai Lung. So the whole time I'm like, I really want to make all these parallels to Last Dragon, but those are jokes that are just for me. Do I have time? And I had enough time to do enough to tell Spencer, like, we can't do it, but I just need this acknowledged.
I think we need to save them should we ever do Raya and the Last Dragon, and let's just accidentally we jumbled the two DVDs together and we accidentally did the Last Dragon instead.
It's like, oops, all dragons. We did the wrong.
Barry Gordy's Raya and the Last Dragon. Can't wait.
Give it to me. Put it right in me.
What else we got? We got some questions. Let's see. Miss Orsa asks, what actor who usually plays a hero would you like to see playing a villain? Mine is Meg Ryan. Okay. I could see evil Meg. Yeah. Who do you think could go like totally heel turn and like you'd be like, no, not them?
So this might be because she's an actress that you see in a lot of stuff, but you mostly know her for her. I think Nicole Byer would be really funny to see as a villain, just because like on Nailed It, she's so supportive and she's really funny in all of her other stuff. So just watch her go like complete, wackadoo villain. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah. I know this one's kind of like life imitating art or whatever, because like, she's being revealed as a villain or is gaining a reputation as a villain, but like her on-screen persona is like so nice that like Ellen DeGeneres should just embrace it and just play like an absolute terror in some movie. Like just be like, F it, I'm the villain now. And I think that would be fantastic, and people would like come around and just like appreciate that.
Again, taking your L's in public. That's lovely.
Yes. Let's see. James Bunt asks, if China was to do an American set animated movie like Kung Fu Panda, what form of combat and animal would it be? MMA eagle? God, I would love to see China's take on like, we're doing an American culture movie. Of like 2003 America, which of course would be UFC, and the animal would probably have to be like a one of those like super pigs that they pump full of hormones. Like, have you seen that photo of the pig that pooped on its own balls?
Yes, I've seen it often.
I think that would be that pig would do MMA.
Wearing like a trucker hat. Yeah.
Yeah. So pig poop balls MMA from the makers of not of Kung Fu Panda, but from
and then he has to find
the Chinese government.
A romancer, Mrs. Pig Poop Balls.
Ben Zeiton asks, in honor, quotes, of Coming to America, could you make an unnecessary sequel on his trailer? Just cram them all into one. They don't deserve more. That's a little harsh to Coming to America. We talked about that on SJU yesterday. Is it necessary? No. Few movies are, especially sequels. But I think that it doesn't deserve to be in the same breath as Zoolander 2 or Dumb and Dumber 2, which we have done an honest trailer for. So check out the one for Dumb and Dumber 2. Is one of the saddest weeks of my life.
Oh, sorry, Sven.
I mean, that's my favorite like comedy of that era, I think, of like Farrelly Brothers, not Shallow Hal, but Dumb and Dumber is probably my favorite like Jim Carrey movie. So that was tough to watch.
Next Friday for me was like, oh, that's not.
Yeah. But that is a good idea to do because they all have a lot in common. So the unnecessary sequel on his trailer, we could get around to that.
Yeah.
After years of decline, Jim 1 asks, do you think DreamWorks is having a comeback with the success of the Croods and Trolls World Tour? Trolls World Tour was DreamWorks?
Was it?
Perhaps. I'm going to look that up. And is DreamWorks making a comeback? DreamWorks movies are so kind of like, I don't want to say forgettable because obviously if you named them, I would recognize them and they have had big hits, but they're really like the fast food of animated movies. It's like satisfying, cheap. They go down easy. You don't think about it later unless something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. And like Trolls World Tour, obviously might have an asterisk. We won't know how it could have performed had we all been allowed outside. So we don't know, but they're all perfectly fine movies. I don't hate them. They're just kind of there. And then, like you said, it's like a good sandwich. Like it was really yummy, but it's tuna fish. I can get it anywhere.
Yep. Yeah. And that Boss Baby, man, that Boss Baby keeps getting into trouble.
Always. You can't keep that Boss Baby out of trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Final question from Rob Turner. Pitch a film. Blank comedian plays blank animal in blank.
Oh, geez. I wouldn't even know. Dane Cook plays, he plays a viper in, what was that thing that I'm not going to do it on here because I think it's too close to flicking people off, but what was that thing?
Oh, the super finger.
Yeah.
Right?
in super finger. Maybe not a viper because you'd have to have hands.
Yeah,
like some kind of like cool.
Well, that's the
cool
conflict.
Posing dog. Yeah. Oh,
he needs to learn to flick people off. Super finger. I will go with Eric Andre plays an ostrich in Your Mom. That's my pitch. Eric Andre plays the ostrich in Your Mom. That's my Mad Libs animal thing. So, okay. So the tease for next week, you got last week. So look back to that week. So today will be the tease for Kung Fu Panda, which is something like, we're gonna really be pandering for next week's Honest Trailer. And that's your clue. Thank you, Danielle, for joining me. Once again, always a pleasure. And thank you guys for watching so much on yet another week of Honest Trailers Commentary. We'll be back tomorrow with SGU, back throughout the week with more stuff, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.